Again, is it just a very simple thing I'm overlooking?
That elevator was... The only need...
Okay, what was Fuyuhito's account? I don't think that's relevant. Wall clock, contact elevator. I don't think radio clock is it. The broken doorknob. A doorknob was found under the tipped-over pillar. The screws at the base are pulled out. There's some scratch marks on the knob.
Your assumption collapses!
Plus, the elevator was broken at Great House. Damn it!
That elevator, the only means of travel, as long as that your assumption
Plus, the elevator broken at Great House.
If the killer cannot
Since I was at Strawberry House at that time, there's no question that the following crime is impossible.
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Did they have an
There was a
accomplice?
secret passageway.
There's no secret passageway?
Damn it!
There is a secret passageway, but it's
That elevator was...
it's not present among
the only means of travel between the two houses.
among what we're given here.
As long as that elevator was broken.
Wait,
Your assumption
wait,
could-
wait,
Plus,
wait,
the
wait,
elevator
wait.
broken at Great House.
If the killer
Wait.
cannot
Since I was at there's no question that
It would have been different if they had an accomplice.
Or if there was a secret passageway.
How much longer do you... Why don't we stop
Okay,
this already?
okay, I kind of missed. I missed the forest for the
Elevator,
trees.
The only means of travel between the...
There,
No, that's
yes. I missed the forest for the trees.
No, there should have been another way to move between the two houses without the elevator.
Such a method does not exist.
It does if you completed the final death
And
room.
why don't we ask the person who actually used that method?
Yes. Nagito.
You're the only one! Nagito, you should know. What are you talking about? Don't play dumb. You appeared so suddenly that one time because you used that method, right?
Nagito, why are you here? Because I showed up.
There's a secret passage connecting the first floor of Strawberry House to the third floor of Great House. Isn't that right? Jeez. Once again, I let the reserve course show up. But you're right. There's a door on the floor of the Octagon, which is on the first floor of Strawberry House. After I opened the door and went down... Surprise, surprise! I ended up in the Monokuma Archive, which is on the third floor of Grape House.
Meaning, the third floor and the fourth floor are actually connected.
Plus, once you've cleared the final dead room once, you can pass through it as many times as you want.
Oh.
If they used that secret passage, they could have gone between the two houses as much as they wanted.
Infinity Unlimited Flame!
Okay, Naruto.
However, what if the killer was unaware of the existence of the final dead room?
There's no way they didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the killer did clear the final dead room.
That is merely an illusion you have fabricated from your own suspicion. If you value your life, you should stop with your scrutiny.
There's no way I can stop.
Did you say? Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Okay, Hulk. You gonna Hulk up on us? Good night button, tripped over pillow, radio clock, broken doorknob.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However,
What?
frail, I say.
What are you talking about?
Illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
What is his argument's exhausting? Just listening to it is making me tired. I need to skillfully cut back against his words so he doesn't outpace me.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities? Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I can't back down!
Okay.
I already proved a secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
The priming's trying to provide me evidence the killer went to the Octagon. Okay.
Know the limits of
that,
your own
is that the
reasoning.
hammer?
You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Ugh!
Damn it!
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion.
Radio
Shall I
clock,
feed you to the
doorknob,
progeny of vile deities?
good night button, tripped over
Can't back
pillar.
down! I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to at least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Key which dwells in the light.
Know the
What does he mean? I don't... I thought it would mean the presence of the hammer meant that the killer was at the Octagon, but that's not one of the choices. Radio clock, that's not it. Broken doorknob.
You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur!
The wire. Is that the proof? I didn't see any other wires in the rest of the fun house. Was the wire also in the Octagon?
At least pray to the key which dwells in the light!
Come on.
Even if the turbid box doesn't exist, you could travel through multiple planes, provided you use a spacious wormhole. However, how frail, I say! Your decayed illusion. Shall I feed you to the progeny of vile deities?
I already proved the secret passage exists. The secret passage was at the Octagon.
Know the limits of your own reasoning! You say the killer went to the Octagon? Don't bark, you cur! If you don't want to drown in the maelstrom of blind confusion.
Allow me to cut through those words!
It was
Wire
it.
used to string up Nekomaru's body. The hammer that looked like the weapon, and the chain on the door in the tower. Those are all the items that weren't in Funhouse. Where did the killer obtain them?
In the
only place
Octagon.
I can think of is the Octagon.
Yep.
There were various weapons and tools there. I'm pretty sure I saw stuff like wires, hammers, and chains too. Since those items were used in the crime, there's no doubt that the killer went to the Octagon.
If that's the case, they obviously know about the secret passage too, right?
Yes. Gundam.
Seems this is the end. Normally we'd end up listening to Hajime lecture us with a very long summary of the case. But there's no reason to waste any more time on this opening act. So I'm going to end this right now.
You are?
Hey, what are you... First of all, by messing with all the clocks in the building, Gundam tried to lure only Nekomaru. The elevator was probably broken by that point. Thanks to that, Nekomaru wasn't able to go to Grape Tower, which was supposed to be the meetup point. So he tried going over to Strawberry Tower, just like we did when we found out the elevator was broken. Well, it's obvious he'd attempt that. At that time, we didn't know the two towers were the exact same place. Also, the button in Strawberry Hall wasn't broken, so he was easily able to enter Strawberry Tower. But surprise! Gundam was waiting for Nekomaru's arrival.
Hold on. If Nekomaru didn't go to Strawberry Tower, what would the killer have done then?
Their plan was a balancing act of uncertainties. But even if they failed, they probably wouldn't have minded. They can just greet everyone the next morning as if nothing happened, and come up with a different plan.
And without such a risky plan, they wouldn't have been able to lure him at all.
I'm going to continue summarizing the case, okay? Through this, Gundam successfully lured Nekomaru to Strawberry Tower. There's no way he could fight head-on with the robotic Nekomaru, so by pressing the goodnight button, he rendered Nekomaru powerless without fighting him.
Hold on! You... What did you just say? That I didn't battle?
Oh.
What's wrong with that?
Don't mess with me!
Oh.
Don't mess with me! I cannot ignore those words!
Is Nekomaru, or is Gundam not the culprit?
Why are you angry all of a sudden?
You fools do not understand! You don't understand at all! Ha! You make me laugh! After all this time, you still don't understand anything at all!
I don't understand anything. What does that mean?
I'm not sure I understand anything either.
It appears I cannot finish just yet. Maybe I'm just a human destined for hell. However, I cannot finish just yet. I cannot finish!
Oh boy.
What do you intend to do?
It's obvious! I'm going to destroy your illusory assumptions!
Are you saying you still have more? You still have room to argue?
Your words. You said I pressed Nekomaru's goodnight button. However, that button was on the back of Nekomaru's neck. To press it, I'd have to get behind him.
It's not easy to get the drop on Coach Nekomaru.
True.
It's even more difficult if it's a one-on-one situation.
Are you saying the killer had an accomplice after all?
Just as I thought. Truly frail. Succumbing so easily to this simple argument. It was just a mere illusion. If you want to set me up as the killer, at least surpass your own human limitations.
That's wrong, Gundam. You're the one who's wrong.
What?
Such a wonderful line. However, I cannot say that I'm satisfied. Listen well. I shall teach you 2 tips for making someone admit their defeat. First, you must crush them with your own overwhelming power. And as for the other, you must provide a reason that will persuade that human. You have not fulfilled either of those yet.
I guess you really don't want to admit it. Then, just as you requested, I will provide an argument that will leave you no choice but to be persuaded. Oh, one of the...
I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! Show me the cadaver! Show me the cadaver! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! For the Tanaka Empire! For the Tanaka Empire! I won't let you! For the Tanaka Empire! Wither! Crushed as David prophesied! I won't let you! It's Nekomaru's back. Do you really think I can get behind him so easily?
Poor Dark David.
This is the end! Even if you didn't get behind Nekomaru, you should have been able to press the button on the back of his neck.
Oh, your little hamster buddies.
As long as you had the power of the hamsters you keep with you.
Oh? Are you seriously saying he used his hamsters to press the button on the back of Nekomaru's neck?
Of course that'd be impossible for a normal hamster, but it would have been possible for Gundam. In fact, we saw that with our very own eyes, right?
Emissary of evil, in accordance with our ancient contract, time has come to lend me your aid. Pierce through Supernova's Silver Fox Sandy. You press the button. Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the Demon Mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open.
Now that you mention it, after Ibuki was killed in the music venue, one of Gundam's hamsters retrieved the piece of wallpaper from the baton lighting, right?
True.
Hey, with your friends and their exceptionally smart brains, it must have been possible to secretly get one of them behind Nekomaru and press the button on the back of his neck.
How about it, Gundam?
Did he really do it? Oh no.
Not just myself, but you actually brought up how splendid my subordinates are. I have no recourse but to admit it.
Admit it? Did you say you admit it?
Really?
It appears I've obtained a one-way ticket to hell. Fine! Then you must trample me underfoot and advance. Victory can only be built upon a foundation of corpses. You cannot find peace without sacrifice anywhere. Now, trample this life trample it as though it were mere trash on the side of the road. Pull the curtain strings of this worthless performance with your own two hands.
Okay, I guess we're going to closing arguments. So I guess... Okay, the killer tampered with... Is that the clock in Great House? Who set the lounge clock's alarm? Who's in the lounge since early morning? Okay, that would be Fuyuhiko, but... I don't think any of these are it yet. Nekomaru got up. Because Nekomaru got up, Fuyuhiko watched him leave. What time did Fuyuhiko see Nekomaru? That was... Does that say... Does that say 2:40? That's not the right time. Killer. Oh, hamster. I guess... Wrap the wire around Nekomaru's feet. Trying to trick me, are you, game? Nekomaru's weakness. Okay, that's the sleep button. The wire wrapped around Nekomaru's feet. The killer destroyed after leaving the tower. That's the door of Strawberry Hall. What was the fake weapon left in the tower? That was probably the hammer. Gather the lounge. Why'd Nekomaru fall? Who heard the rumbling? Who's in the lounge since early morning? That was Fuyuhiko. What time did he see Nekomaru? Something. Kiss the pillar, damn it. Why'd Nekomaru fall? Because the doorknob came off. Okay, the hamster pressed the sleep mode. The faint weapon left in the tower was the hammer. Who heard the rumbling noise?
Here's everything that happened in this case. Let's first go over the many tricks the killer prepared before they committed the crime. First, they destroyed the contact elevator. This separated Nagito and the others in Strawberry House from our group in Grape House. Next, they lured Nekomaru out by himself by turning back all the clocks in the funhouse by 2 hours. Additionally, in order to secure an alibi, the killer went to the Strawberry House lounge and set the wall clock's alarm to 5:30 a.m. After finishing their preparations, the killer went to Strawberry Tower with the necessary tools in hand. They obtained these tools from the Octagon, which you can enter once you clear the final death ring. This means the killer discovered the secret of the funhouse faster than anybody else. That secret being, Strawberry House and Grape House are actually the same building. On the morning of the incident, Nekomaru woke up and headed over to Grape Tower for a specific reason. There, Fuyuhiko, who was at the lounge by coincidence, witnessed Nekomaru. According to Fuyuhiko's testimony, that was around 5 a.m., but by that point, the killer had already messed with our perception of time. In actuality, Fuyuhiko witnessed Nekomaru at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
That's also the same time Monokuma Tai-Chi begins. Nekomaru went to Grape Tower to participate in that. However, because the contact elevator was broken, Nekomaru was unable to go to Grape Tower. So he decided to try going to Strawberry Tower. But the killer was waiting for him there. With the power of hamsters, they were able to press the good night button on the back of Nekomaru's neck. This forced him to enter sleep mode, rendering him immobile. From there, the killer began preparing to use the ultimate weapon. First, they set the alarm in Nekomaru's chest to 7:30 a.m. so he'd wake up. Then they tied him up with a metal wire, tied the tip of the wire into a loop, and hung it on the doorknob. After leaving Strawberry Tower, the killer then destroyed the door button to Strawberry Hall. They did this to keep us from entering and to keep us from discovering the secret of the building structure that they used to kill Nekomaru. Then, they used the secret octagon passageway to travel to Grape House. After arriving at Grape Hall, they pressed the button to open the door to the tower. When that happened, the elevator-like floor of the tower began descending, and Nekomaru's body was still inside, dangling upside down in midair from the wire. The killer entered Grape Tower to see if their setup was successful, and placed a hammer on the floor to look like the weapon, then wrapped a chain around the back door. This was done to make us falsely believe we couldn't enter the tower from Strawberry Hall. With this, the killer finished their setup and tried to go back to their room using the secret passage, so they could craft their alibi when Nekomaru died from the fall. But something unexpected happened. Fuyuhiko, who saw Nekomaru earlier, was still at the lounge. As a result, the killer couldn't return to their room, and with no options available, time ran out.
The lounge's wall clock alarm started ringing at 5:30. Well, actually 7:30. To avoid a worst-case scenario, the killer was forced to appear in front of Fuyuhiko with the others. When the wall clock's alarm rang, that was also the same time Nekomaru was waking up. He woke up while he was still hanging upside down, so he couldn't help but sway his body powerfully. Originally, the loop of wire was only supposed to slip off the doorknob, but because there was a heavier load than expected, the doorknob ended up breaking. Nekomaru fell from the 4th floor all the way to the 1st floor. He crashed into the pillar, which decapitated him on impact, and died. The sound of Nekomaru's impact echoed throughout the funhouse. However, by this point, the killer's plan was about to fail, thanks to the broken doorknob and Fuyuhiko. Meaning, the killer is someone who wouldn't have heard the alarm if they were in the deluxe room. They also wouldn't have been able to return to their guest room, because Fuyuhiko was at the lounge. That someone is Gundam Tanaka. I can't think of anyone else but you.
Gundam. Damn. Why? Why? Was it really just to... I mean, if it was... If it was because of Monokuma's ultimatum that we could not... If you didn't kill someone, everyone would have starved to death. Is that it?
That was splendid. For a mere human, you did quite well.
Stop. Stop it already.
No.
Stop using weird words to avoid the truth.
Honey.
Or I'll freaking kill you myself!
Oh,
I
Connie.
cannot believe it. I just cannot believe. You killed Nekomaru? I cannot believe something like that.
You don't wish to forgive me? Do you feel regret?
Kind of.
Then finish it! Cast your impure votes for Gundam Tanaka! My beloved, deadly foes, let the voting time begin!
He's okay with it. Yeah. Well.
This result isn't all that exciting. Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Please pull the lever. I bit my tongue at the most important part.
Too bad. Gundam. Really, Gundam? That'd be bad if I bit my tongue again, so I'll speak slowly. Judging from the results, you guys are correct once again! Getting 4 in a row without any mistakes is a splendid achievement! That's right, the one who killed the robotic Nekomaru in the Amazing Funhouse was Gundam Tanaka!
Nice!
Yay! I said that without biting my tongue!
Now then.
Now that we've decided who the killer is, let's do the execution already and get this over with. Hold on! It's true the class trial's finished, but that doesn't mean the incident is over. We can't finish it yet until we hear it from Gundam.
Jeez.
No matter what he says, it won't change a thing. Well, I have no right to stop you either, so do whatever you like.
Fall, my tears.
Why do you want to talk to one who's lost? The loser merely leaves. It would be unnecessary for me to say something,
Listen well.
is what I'd like to say, but for honor's sake, I shall correct one thing. Correct? You guys said I made Nekomaru powerless without fighting him. That, however, is a great mistake. Huh?
Fine.
Nekomaru did fight, and there's no mistake. And because he fought, he lost and died.
Damn it!
Lost and died?
This, too, must be the will of causality.
If he was just trying to cling to life, there are many ways he could have done so. However, he did not allow that.
You.
What do you mean? Explain! Fine then. Then I shall reveal it all.
Let's make history.
Within the final dead room, I discovered the secret of the funhouse. And I devised a killing plan utilizing that secret. By tampering with all the clocks in the building, I succeed in luring Nekomaru to the tower. And this is what happened. Nekomaru and I were alone in the tower, standing face to face with one another. I should say I expected as much from Nekomaru. He sensed my subtle killing intent and instantly understood the situation. And we had ourselves a stare down. In that situation, if he wanted to run away, it would have been easy for him to do so. He could have run away or even called for help. But he did not turn his back to me. Instead, he chose a fight that risked life and death.
That is...
A fight that risked life and death?
Let me tell you this.
He was serious too. He gave it his all to try and kill me. If he had died instead, the mystery surrounding the case would have been even more complicated. You would never know why I, the victim, went to the tower by itself.
I can see it!
Nobody would know that the victim, me, was actually the one who planned the whole thing.
Could it be?
Nekomaru really did that? Means, did he intend to die?
Sensing even my subtle killing intent, as expected of you, Nekomaru.
The scorching, stinging, tense atmosphere. I've been a team manager for so long, I'd nearly forgotten this. This is great! What a comforting atmosphere!
That's a great one.
And what is your reason? Do you intend to resolve this situation by killing me?
I am the Warlock, Gundam Tanaka. Heroes, Lords of Darkness, and even the gods themselves flee from me. I need not cling to any trivial reason. I'm simply going to kill you because your very existence is an annoyance.
You'll drench your soul with evil until the bitter end, huh? Splendid! In response to your spirit, I shall kill you with all of my might! I won't go easy on you! Don't even think about holding back! Don't waste your breath on cowardly tactics! Give me everything you got!
Is that what happened?
Nekomaru need I! Your blood will drench the foundation of my empire!
That is...
Why? Why did you fight? We're all friends. Why didn't you stop this? Even if both sides agreed it was still wrong. I will not argue. I have no intention of forcing my values upon you.
Let me tell you this.
I must say this. What's the point of living if you're just waiting until you finally die?
You weakling!
There's nothing courageous about that. This is abandonment, a mere feeling of resignation. Wait, are you telling us just wait until we starve to death? I'd rather have that happen to us than have our friends kill each other. Do you mean you'd rather die?
Fall, my tears.
Ever since we were locked inside that building, everyone had been dominated by that feeling of abandonment. However, nothing born from resignation. That is simply a reason to give up.
If you flinch, you will die!
Giving up on life, that is just an insult to life itself.
Let me ask.
Have you fools heard of the term dog-eat-dog? Cannibalism?
Fine.
In zoology, cannibalism is a commonly observed phenomenon. Many creatures at some point in their lifespan engage in cannibalism.
Listen well!
That is what it means to live. If you say killing for the sake of living is evil, then what would you call giving up on life itself?
I shall engulf this world.
If a world would consider that justice, then I will fight that world with every last fiber of my being. Giving up on life and choosing death is nothing but a blasphemy towards life.
I renounce you!
It is a violation of the natural order. It is the arrogance of humanity!
You.
Are you saying all that to try to justify what you did? But it sounds like Nekomaru felt the same too. That's why we fought, right?
Damn it.
Fine.
That man had the courage to die when he needed to die. That is why he challenged me to our battle. Regardless, as I've already said, I do not intend to force my values upon you fools. I have betrayed you all. That is the absolute truth. Really?
Fall, my tears.
But even so, don't you think it's a better alternative to slowly starving to death here?
Oh.
That belief is why you committed your crime?
You...
Hey, what about the final dead room? Did you do the Russian roulette too?
Let's make history.
Unlike Nagato, I only did it once, but compared to my battle with Nekomaru, that was mere child's play.
Well?
You know, after listening to you talk for a while, I'm starting to think that, well, it's also because you unexpectedly admitted your crime without much resistance. Gundam, don't tell me you didn't sacrifice yourself for our sake, did you? I can't believe you'd ask such a foolish question.
My name is Gundam Tanaka!
Just who do you think I am? I am Gundam Tanaka, history's greatest monster. My cursed existence is feared by all mankind. There's no way I'd sacrifice myself for the sake of you fools.
Fade like dust in the wind.
Not in a million, not in a billion, not in 10,000 million years. In the name of pandemonium, it is impossible. Is that it? Then I'll just leave it at that. Now then, let us be rid of this foolish talk. It's about time the fun started. Monokuma, let us begin!
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, I got it! I prepared a special punishment for the ultimate breeder, Gundam Tanaka!
Please wait!
No, this is just too much.
I beg of you!
Please, Monokuma, please help Gundam!
Huh?
Miss Sonia,
I beg of you!
please, I beg of you!
How pitiful.
Sonia. An act as unrefined as stopping a man from going to his death does not befit a noble such as yourself. Gundam. Aw, she really liked him, didn't she? She really liked him. It's fine to start for reals, right?
Fine.
Yes, I do not mind. However...
What is it, my 4 dark devas of destruction?
Aw.
Are you worried about me? Oh, my feared 4 dark devas of destruction. That is not like you at all. However, there is no need to fear. In this world, I am only a temporary visitor. I was simply visiting for a moment, and now that my duty is complete, I must return to the darkness.
So it's true.
That is why, until the very end. Pride, conceit, courage, insolence, fearful of nothing, daunted by nothing. Let us laugh uproariously! That is Gundam Tanaka! I shall stick with my evil until the very end!
If that's what you want.
Open sesame pandemonium! I shall fill hell with true hell!
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Oh, what is Monster Hunter shit? Gundam Tanaka Stampede. And his Davis. Oh, nope, he leaves him behind. Gundam! Again, Oh. Again, did he even explain why he did it? Was it really just to keep the rest of us from starving to death? No. No. Even after Gundam is gone, the spirit of his parting words still lingered deep in our chests. Don't give up on life. Did I misunderstand what he meant? Then what's the right thing to do? No matter how much I think about, I don't know if I'll ever be able to answer that.
Damn it.
I'm so pissed off I need to throw something.
Damn it!
Y'all spend so much time worrying about each other, and thanks to that, things ended up like this. You're all full of shit. Every last one of you. But the biggest piece of shit is me.
Worst.
Connie. Damn it, why am I so weak? It's not your fault, Connie. Wow. Everyone's pretty devastated, aren't they?
Oh.
I'm such a downer, clearly. But still, even though we feel this way, we still gotta do our very best.
You are right.
This time around, we must move forward. We must continue to live and believe in our friends. If not,
You are right.
Gundam will most likely crawl his way out of hell, and I presume he'll be very cross with us. You're right. You're right. We shouldn't just stand here. I mean, it's not like this is over. We still have to do it. We still have to finish this. For the sake of our friends who have died, we need to finish this once and for all. So, don't just stand there. Stand up and walk. Move forward. Live. If you don't, everyone who fought and died will have died in vain. We can't allow that.
Hey!
So how long you guys gonna stand around chattering? The class trial's over, so it's okay for you to hurry back to Jabberwock Island. However, the killing school trip will proceed as usual, so make sure you know that.
Wait!
Hold on. How much longer are you gonna keep doing this? Seriously. How long is he gonna keep doing this? How long is this gonna continue?
Now then.
After feeling down for so long, I finally feel refreshed. Let's hurry back and eat some food.
Hey!
Hold on a sec, that mood shift is too damn fast.
It's not like that.
Well, you know, it's like Gundam and Nekomaru said. That's what it means to live, right?
Huh.
Well, she's certainly something else. Seriously, I'm starving.
Hey.
Then, let's go back for now and eat. After we're full, let's sleep as much as we want.
Right?
And then, let's do our best again. Yeah, you're right. With this, the class trial has come to an end, and once again we return to Jabberwock Island. The size of our group has definitely diminished. But despite that, even if it was just the rest of us, we did our best to stay upbeat and have fun together. Of course, our optimism was only superficial. But at that moment, we were able to forget about the dark despair looming among us. However, the only thing I was worried about was him. He wasn't there. Who? He suddenly disappeared from our sight. Nagito. Yep, I'm definitely lucky. I never expected to obtain so many valuable things from a simple game of Russian roulette. Thanks to that, I was able to learn the identity of our true enemy. And before everyone else, too. But it's just too funny. I mean, no one could tell that I was lying. There was no way the file had just Hajime's information. What's he talking about?
Well,
I guess they were too busy with other matters, or maybe they reached their limit. Regardless, I was saved. Things would get complicated if they found out. Anyway, I cannot forgive this.
Damn it.
This should never be forgiven. There's no way I can let this run loose. I'll be the one who stops this once and for all. Even if it costs me my life.
It's obvious.
For the sake of hope, I cannot forgive this.
Monokuma appears!
Monokuma has arrived! Who summoned me?
Now then.
Thanks for coming.
What's this?
Why is the lonely little Nagito? Are you all alone tonight, too?
What's the matter?
So what's up? Your face looks scary. I see. So you can tell. Ah! See, perhaps you found out who the traitor is. You know me well.
Wow.
That's what I like to say, but unfortunately, I haven't learned that yet. So even though you don't know, looks like the final showdown's gonna take a little more time.
Hello.
So why just summoned me anyway? Were you finally gonna confess your love?
Hey.
I summoned you because there's something I really need to ask you. It's about the special prize from the final dead room. Oh, that. Oh yeah! What about it? There was information about 16 people in the file I received. But isn't that weird?
Say what?
What's weird?
You don't even know?
Well, there's a traitor from the Future Foundation hiding among us, right? Including that person, the total number of students would be 16, right?
Isn't that right?
But this file contains documents that were created at Hope Peak Academy, right?
Of course!
That's right! I just reused the stuff the former headmaster spent a lot of time making.
What?
If this file even contains information about the traitor, was that person also a former student of Hope Peak Academy?
Who knows?
I wonder!
Hey.
Could it be? Is this your doing? Did you slip false information into the file? Were you trying to keep us from learning the traitor's identity by obtaining this information? What's wrong with that? It's my job to heat things up. If it's okay if I do something small like that, right?
Well...
That's not my point.
Right?
My point is, you already know who the traitor is. Doesn't? What's wrong with that?
You're getting all riled up!
Well, you're splendidly correct when you say I knew who the traitor was all along. But even though I know who it is, why do you think I ignored it on purpose? It's just like Monmi. After losing her magic stick, the traitor's existence means absolutely nothing to me. Their existence means nothing, huh?
No.
Well, that's just how I feel. I'm sure you guys feel somewhat different. After all, that person is the evil Future Foundation lackey who's putting you guys through this awful stuff. That's not entirely true. I didn't really come here to fight or anything like that. Instead, I came here to offer my cooperation, you know?
Huh?
Cooperation?
Hey.
Your purpose is to fill everyone on this island with despair, right? That's why you're intentionally letting the traitor do as they please, right?
Yep.
If that's the case, I might be able to cooperate somewhat too.
Right?
However, in exchange, I want to know who the traitor is. I see. Interesting. Very interesting.
No, no, no!
Obviously, that's a big no-no!
Unbelievable.
I mean, I want to make everyone in your group feel despair. That includes you, too! Well, I knew you'd say that. Besides, I just wouldn't be able to handle that stress. Just as I thought. You saw right through me.
You're right.
No matter what situation I find myself in, my core way of thinking will never change. In order to create absolute hope that shines brightly, stepladders such as myself and despair exist. You're right! You're a true believer of hope, after all! I must say that belief reminds me of that person for some reason. Again, are we talking about, Makoto?
Huh?
Reminds you? I don't know who you're talking about, but if someone as worthless as me reminds you of some other person, they must be extremely unlucky.
Like...
But you're just as unlucky, right? I mean, the fact that you're even involved in something like this...
Wow.
Well, I actually think I'm very lucky.
Say what?
You don't know?
When you say that coming across this much despair is a rather rare opportunity, I can't rely on anyone on this island. That's why I have to be the one who does it. If I can eliminate despair from this island, I won't be a stepladder anymore. I'll become true hope. I'll become an existence that could even be called ultimate hope. The two of you are alike. You definitely remind me of him. Hey, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
See?
Who are you waiting for on this island? Waiting for? Looks like I'm right again. You're definitely waiting for someone on this island. Is the person you're waiting for already on this island?
Hey.
Well, answer my question.
That's...
If that's the case, if that person is already on this island, wouldn't that be exciting? Are you still talking about Nagito? Or, not Nagito, Makoto. That exchange was so weird. "5 days. Nekumaru Gundam. Why? Did you even say why Gundam? I even felt he had to do this. What was it, just to try to save the rest of us from starving to death? I guess we don't know yet. The Hellhound Aaron.
I'm playing a game.